Israeli regulator. We need to welcome cryptocurrency to develop international ICO hub. One of the toughest financial regulators in Israel has made some surprisingly positive comments today regarding the acceptance of ICO crowdfunding and cryptocurrency. The outgoing chairman of the Israel Securities Authority, ISA, talked about a need to foster the creation of an international financial center based on ICOs. Professor Shmuel Hauser, outgoing ISA chairman, for the last time as the ISA head before the Israeli Corporations Conference. Professor Shmuel Hauser discussed the main challenges that the regulatory body still faces. Regarding ICOs, he said, "We will have to, in order to the market. Some countries decided to examine digital tokens on a case-by-case basis. A small number decided to ban them. We have decided to find out, with the team headed by the chief economist and the head of the corporations division, under which terms is it a security coin, or some high-it I call a security coin, and number 8220. The team is meant to file its report by the end of December. We will have to define for ourselves and the market what is this beast. Among other things, we will need to consider expanding the supervision on security coin and define a proper regulatory framework, different from the one we know for IPOs. And number 8220. I believe that the topic of digital currencies and their offerings must receive a favorable regulatory response, maybe even daring somewhat, to give a chance for the option to develop an international financial center for security coin from the type of ICOs. Still, the professor added that the regulatory framework will need to show a certain degree of paternalism to make sure ICOs won't develop in directions he considers to be negative. ICO nation, though they had very little to do with its development. Israeli politicians and high-ranking bureaucrats often pride themselves in the country in number 8217. And number 8216. Startup nation in number 8217. Status. About 5,000 high-tech startups are estimated to be operating in Israel at any moment. Most of them fail to mature due to local VCs allowing them very short growth periods before pressuring them to sell out or pulling the plug. ICOs could help fill this much talked about gap between seed funding and full-blown IPO. If regulators were to just step back and refrain from suffocating the nascent ICO scene in Israel, it is expected that 1,000 ICOs could be launched in the country in 2018.